Minnesota's Department of Labor is penalizing a major retail chain for allegedly retaliating against an employee pumping breast milk at work.
Gordon Severson explains what happened and the rights women have in the workplace.
Yeah, labor officials say an employee at the Menards in Fridley was repeatedly docked pay for pumping breast milk at work, and she claimed she was reprimanded when she decided to speak up about it. The company is now being told to pay her back for missed time and to check all of their stores in Minnesota to see if any other mothers are being penalized for pumping breast milk at work.
Minnesota law protects pregnant employees and new parents.
State law says new mothers must be allowed reasonable paid breaks during the workday to pump breast milk for their children. Employers must also provide a clean and private room for mothers to pump, and it can't be a bathroom.
At the Department of Labor, we believe workers should not have to choose between expressing milk for their child and getting paid or keeping their job.
Prairie Bly says the Department of Labor and Industry was contacted by an employee at Menards in Fridley because she believed her managers were violating state labor laws. The department investigated and agreed, discovering the employee's pay was deducted 103 times for pumping breast milk at work. And when she complained, she was reprimanded.
Menards disputes that. Once the employee did speak up that she was suspended for something unrelated to the breastfeeding.
Carol Levin reached out to Menards for comment. The company has not responded. But according to a consent order filed on December 5th, the company has agreed to pay the employee back wages and a penalty of $15,000. The company must also conduct a statewide audit to see if any other stores in Minnesota are also violating state labor laws.
We want to make sure that companies have a breastfeeding policy.
Cheryl Lee Sherry at the Minnesota Department of Health says managers and business owners often don't understand how difficult and stressful breastfeeding can be and how beneficial it is for the health and well-being of the mother and her children.
With ear infections and colds and these other kinds of things that, a mom might have to take off of work. And so this also helps the employers out to be breastfeeding friendly.
Now, there seems to be a lot of confusion when it comes to these labor laws. Over the last year, the state has received 327 questions and complaints about breastfeeding and pumping in the workplace. That's nearly double what they normally see. If you're an employee or a manager and you have questions, state officials say don't hesitate to reach out and ask.